Hello everyone, welcome to TTT Thursday. That stands for Tips, Tricks, and Talktorials. I am your host, Shelly, also going by Shelly Saves today. How are ya? Hi, how's it going? What's in your cup today, people? And today in my cup, by the way, do you guys remember the ember cups? Does anyone? So for the people who are habitually always reheating their coffee and it just never gets finished within a certain amount of time, my husband originally got me an ember cup as like a present, and it was perfect, but it just wasn't large enough. It was like 10 ounces, and so I got an upgrade to a 14-ounce one. So it is the cup, the vessel, but what's inside the cup is the Trader Joe's Winter Wake Up Tea. I'm almost down to the last couple bags of it, and I'm going to have to get more. Such a good tea, though. All right. I see Pixelpia is here. Cold brews in your cup tonight. Pixelpia, you let me know if you want to come on. I've been thinking about this for a while. I still owe you a live stream where we chat about, your channel, all that good stuff. So if you feel like coming on, you let me know. I'll toss you a link. You can come in and we can just chat about it live because we're here at the same time. And I figured this one can just be a little bit more relaxed and interactive. And so there you go. That never happens to me. Coffee is gone before it gets cold. Oh, no, no, no. Like I will reheat my coffee like 4 times. So that's totally my jam. So how are you doing today? How's it going? How are you? What's new in your world? Let me know all the things. By the way, we are one live stream away from the end of the year. Is that correct? I believe when we look at it, we have one more before the end of the new year. I was told today, though, that today is the first day of winter, which I thought was interesting because I was like, I thought we were already in winter, but alas, no. But the person let me know that not only is this a good thing, it's good because of the fact that we now will have more daylight, or like the days become longer, right? So I was like, ooh, that did make me feel good because right now we have like, it's dark outside at 4 o'clock. I could look at it, it'd be pitch black outside. So, oh, no worries. But I offered, just so you know, I offered. I got you literally just saw it, the whole like a squirrel brain right there. I was going to say something and I forgot what it was. So you watched today's video, doing a reset with videos. Wait, what do you mean by reset? What am I doing with my... So let me talk to you about that. I did just release a video, and that was the how to hook up your DJI microphone wirelessly to the MacBook Pro. And the reason why I made that video is every once in a while, right? We make specific videos that answer specific questions, I guess is the best way to say that. And when I am feeling, and I'll just put this out there for, I think you all know, I'm feeling not unmotivated, but whatever it is you want to call it, in a rut, and you're even not sure what to make videos on, or, or how it's going to go. Sometimes you just have to put all that aside and push it out and just be like, you know what? And if I'm here as an educational channel, which I know you are too as well, sometimes our videos just have to be to help one person, and they're not all going to get views, right? So I was thinking about this and I was just like, okay, well, my friend is currently, or was, road tripping and trying to do a live stream from the road, and they're saying, I have this mic, it's this mic right here, the DJI mic, and I don't understand why I wasn't able to have audio during our live stream. And so I'm like, okay, let's jump on a call and let's just walk me through it. Let's walk through the settings that you had and all that kind of stuff. And then I come across this point where I'm like, oh, well, you know that if you're doing this, you have 2 ways to hook it up to your computer, either through the little audio import cable or through the USB-C port. But however you choose to do it, you have to have something on the back of your receiver or transmitter. Otherwise, it will look like it's recording sound, but it's not. And their face was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And then they said, well, I think that's what it was, because there was nothing on the back, because I figured if I'm not putting in a cold shoe, or if I'm not, then there's no need to have it. But I was then connecting it with the audio cable, and I was like, yeah, you have to have something on the back. something to engage those pins on the back to make it actually reset. To actually be able to record. And they're like, why doesn't anybody say that? And I was like, hey, I think I clearly remember saying that in my video. It's just not my fault that only 15 people watched that video. But so I was like, you know what? I'll make a new video. And I made a video just saying 2 different ways that you can hook up your MacBook Pro to your DJI wireless microphone. Hey, 10 months of membership. It's been 10 months, really? Wow, that's crazy. Thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. I know that I definitely have fallen down in the you guys don't get enough for your money type category. So please let me know if there's something I can do to right that wrong. I don't know. Tip the scales back in our favor. But we were just talking about this microphone, the DJI wireless microphone, and trying to hook it up to MacBook Pro. And I'm like, see, because this microphone should be what you need because you can use it with your phone, you can use it with a camera, you can use it with your computer. So walking through it, and we had discovered that we were missing something vital in the setup, which was you have to have some sort of clip on the back of it to depress the pins down so that when you are recording audio, it somehow... But that also seems like a manufacturing flaw, that they can't record audio without having those pins engaged, because that just seems unnecessary. So, but here's the deal. I was like, I'm going to make a very quick tutorial, right? And it was maybe 10 minutes of footage. And it's like, what, a 5-minute video? Just keeps... oh gosh, right? 10 months is something, but Pixelpia, wow, 31 months. Oh my gosh, you really do have him beat. Pixelpia, you've been... Man, that's more than 2 years. That's more than 2 years. I don't know if I've given you anything worth 2 years worth of membership, but I appreciate you so much. That's why I want you to come on, right? Let's do our consultation, even if everyone's watching. But so I did make this video and I recorded it, and then I was like, you know what? I can just put this video out as is, or I could even try and hand it off to the brothers, give them something to work on, and see if they come up with anything else that is kind of like interesting. And so I said, go ahead. I pretty much did the rough edit and I sent it over to them, and I said, go ahead and add in some sound effects or maybe some on-screen text in some places. And what they gave me back wasn't too bad. And I gave a few editing notes, and then I sent it back to them, and I said, great. And then I said, the next thing is, you know what? Because I could, with the finished video, download it and re-upload it to YouTube. And I was like, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have you upload it. I'm going to have you practice doing the chapters, which I don't think we actually did. Maybe I didn't ask him to do it. I said, I'm going to have you practice doing the end screen. I want it with this specific video. I want to have you do the translations and convert it into these other languages. And, really kind of seeing these are the skills that they've been learning now over the past few months, and they're able to do it. And you know what? It's one of those things where we underestimate what we can do in a short amount of time, right? Or in a long time, and overestimate what we can do in long, the saying. And I had to step back for a minute, because I'm like, hey, when we were first doing this, when we were going to start doing this for one of our clients, and I kept being like, well, I don't know if the guys are going to be able to learn all these extra skills, because it wasn't necessarily in their wheelhouse, but they were eager to learn. And I'm like, well, now I have to teach them how to do it, but I'm supposed to be a teacher. I'm supposed to love doing this. So let me see if I can, create a quick tutorial with the screen recording, showing you how to do this thing, and then put it up on our internal team YouTube channel so that they can go watch it, and then be like, hey, give it a shot. Let me see how it goes. And then let me know if you have questions, and then trusting them to be able to do that. Right. And used to be like, oh, I'll write the chapters, because I knew that maybe, let's say, English wasn't their first language, so it was probably not always the nicest or kindest or best result if I asked them to do this thing and they get mad at them for not maybe labeling it a certain way or writing it out a certain way that I want. And so I would say, oh, I'll just do it. And then I was like, well, you know what? Who said they can't do it? So I said, hey, here's how we do it, and create a quick tutorial on that. Here's how I create that, or here's how I do the translations, or here's how I do the whatever. And then, slowly showing them more of these things, trusting them with more of these, not projects, but tasks, and then asking them to do it. And I found that not only did they rise to the occasion, they really were like eager to learn more, because I think they want to be, learning these skills and picking them up. And perhaps I was stunting them by just being like, well, just do this one thing. And so now here I am being like, you know what else? Because we now are shorter on clients, I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually start treating it like I'm a client. And I'm like, even if I'm not paying myself for this business, I'm still paying them for their time and labor to be employees and for all their hours. So let me give them something to work on. And so I actually, as of last night, I was drafting basically kind of like an SOP, or standard operating procedures, for being able to take my Amazon videos and then get them to all the places. And I'm like, I know this is a big undertaking. This is a big task. It's a big ask. And so it also made me have to clarify, what is it that I want? How would I ask them to do it? What would be the steps involved in doing it? And that's currently where we're at, because, I wrote up something last night. Well, thank you so much, CR Jones. I appreciate that. I wrote up something last night and I said, here's what I want. So I am now going to give you access to this Google Drive, and it has all of our Amazon videos inside of it, or all of mine. And I think there's probably a good 500 or 600 videos in there. No joke. And I'm like, on my YouTube channel, there could be, on the YouTube channel for the Shelly Shops online, I think there might be, it's less than 200 videos, but it might be around like 180, 190 videos. So I know that a good chunk of videos are missing from YouTube. Okay. Then I have an Instagram for this, which is Shelly Shops Online or something like that. And I think it's like, there's 2 videos maybe on that Instagram total. So I know I'm missing like 598 videos. And then I was like, on Pinterest, I don't think those videos exist on Pinterest. And so I was saying, well, here's the big thing, is what I want is, I want to know that I have one video. It's on Amazon. It's on Pinterest. It's on Instagram Reels, or, whatever. It's on Facebook. It's on, it's on YouTube. Like, I want it to be all these places. And then I'm like, I'm going to start a spreadsheet, because don't we all love spreadsheets? And I'm going to say, this is the URL for it. This is the Amazon product link for it. This is the, Instagram link for it, because I want to be able to go into a spreadsheet, find the product, and know that it's across every single platform. Because I know right now, if it's 600 in Amazon, 190 in YouTube, and 3 on Instagram, we're not there. Like, the platform parity does not yet exist for these. And so I was thinking about this, and I was like, why don't I have them help me with this, right? This is the type of thing that they probably, even if they're not super excited to do it, very much something that can be done by them, because it's something very like regimented and step-by-step listicle in style of the things that I need finished, right? And so I was thinking about this, why haven't I done this? And why don't I actually give them this to do? So I was like, one, it might be like really tedious as a task. It may be probably not that much fun for you, but I woke up this morning to a couple of texts like, how do I do this? When do you want them published? And they weren't complaining about it, but asking the right questions that I would expect them to ask of someone who's trying to get this task done. And it's also a lot to give them, because I know that I'm giving my employees, it's kind of interesting to say that, a break starting, the 23rd, and we're going to take 2 weeks off, and they'll come back in like the 2nd or 3rd of January. So anything that happens during that time will be up to me. But giving them this as like this is the roadmap that we're going down, and this is what I'm looking for at the end result. And then I was like, they were asking the right questions. And so today they were saying something like, well, when can we start publishing them? And I said, well, the thing is, I need a specific link. I need the product link that has been run through Genius Link to be able to have it accompany these videos that go across all these platforms. And then once I have that, then we should be able to put them out wherever. So I was like, if you have a YouTube video that already has the link, then you can take any of those videos and put them out on any platform. I don't care. That's fine. But if it doesn't include that, then the video should be unlisted, and I need to be able to get that link. It's a monetizable affiliate link, right? And then I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen if I have 400 videos that need to have this affiliate link put or created? And like, why am I gatekeeping that? Why is it just me? I won't be surprised when they leave notice, because that's okay too. And if they get another job that pays better, yeah, it would totally suck. But I think that if I'm giving them better life skills or business skills so that they can go someplace else and offer these services and make more money and be able to support their families, and it's okay. It sucks that I would have to hire new people and start over, but it is part of the whole thing. And the fact that, they've been with me coming up in March, it's going to be almost a year. So the fact that they gave me a year and I was able to, and that's the thing, even when I worked in big retail boxes and whatnot, I was never angry if someone, like, if I trained them to basically replace me, or like if they got promoted, or if they, got a raise and then left. Because that's not, I mean, in those cases, it wasn't my business. It is my business. So it would suck, but I can't expect anyone to work anywhere forever. And that's okay. And they've given me a long time too, but yes, I would prefer to keep them. I like working with them. They're very nice. And, I would hope they feel the same, that I'm a very accommodating and nice boss to have. But if they chose to move on too, I would also be happy for them and wish them well and give them a nice letter of recommendation if they needed it. But yeah. But then I was like, why am I the bottleneck for these gentlemen for being able to put out these videos? I'm like, it'd be better is if I actually train them how to make the little affiliate link myself. And so one of them said, oh yeah, if you want to show us how to do that, that would be amazing. We'd love to do that. And then that would make it easier for them to be able to do their job. So there's this push and pull, this play that has to come into effect all the time with how much responsibility do you give people? How much trust do you give them? How much training do you need to give them? And it's a weird, interesting balance of all of these things. Have they ever watched any of the videos? Yes, I know that they have. Have they ever watched any of my live streams? I think they may have too. That's okay. It's all right. I've probably said things in previous live streams, though, like one time when I was mad at them. I think I'll just do it myself. They probably didn't enjoy that. But you know what? I can't blame them if their feelings were hurt for that one. Yeah, I think they watched some, but it's fine. It is what it is. So then I was thinking about that, and I'm like, gosh, imagine if now at the end of the next few months or something like that, I have 600 videos across these different platforms, and all of the affiliate links are working, and all of the stuff is firing like it should, right? And so it really, even having them has been beneficial to me to at least get me motivated to sometimes film something, is what I'm trying to say, is because here I am, I have them, right? They're looking for work. And I was like, sometimes I think a video is good enough, right? It's just good enough to get it out. And so I gave it to them, pretty much a video that I would have put out as is. And I said, here, do something with this. And they did. And they added some like zoom ins and some little transitions and some, it's honestly, it's more effort than I would have put in on my own video. So I was like, you know what? Ship it. Let's do it. Load it up, put it in the machine and release it. And yeah, it got like 25 views, but that's okay. That's, it was a specific video to help a specific person, to help us answer a specific question. And I have this feeling that if I do more of those, once you get into the building the muscle memory of, oh, this is what it's like to make a video, film a video, plan a video, make it better. That's all I can ask for, right? Is to do that and to do it more often, because what I was bitching and moaning and complaining about is like, I don't even have this full-time corporate job anymore, and I still haven't made videos, so what's my problem? So now it's more like, oh, I have these people who could help me out and edit, but I don't give them footage, right? Like, I don't want them just sitting around and waiting. So now, like, I am starting to be like, maybe I'm gonna have to film something. Maybe I can give them something. And even that act alone is getting me more out of a creative slump than I've been in several months. And so I'm kind of kicking myself that I've had, the brothers' help for 9 or 10 months. And before we couldn't have handled it because, one, they didn't have the skills for any of the YouTube stuff, but also we had so many clients. So now, even though there's a downturn in clients, it's kind of a blessing because I can have them help me with my things. And so sometimes, thank God for unanswered prayers. So Yes, happy holidays to Adam's Exploits, to Pixelpia, to Marcus. Thank you, everyone, for being here and hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Let's see what you said here. It is hard to let go of control. It is something close. Yeah, absolutely. You could not have said it any better. All of these things where I was like, these perceived limitations that I thought maybe even that they had, they were perceived limitations that I was putting on them because I wanted control of something, right? And so some people have been like, well, why are you giving them access to certain things? And I'm like, because they need it for their job. And at some point you have to trust and try and put in some safeguards. And then if you get burned, right, then you're going to have to change the way you do some things. But sometimes you got to move fast and break things and then fix it on the way back. And I remember, so my friend, you guys, there's a girl that kind of is in our sphere, Marissa Romero, and she had a YouTube channel, and she had, I think, a couple of people helping her. Additionally, maybe a couple of editors, and they're located in Mexico, a couple of channel managers / other administrative help, and I think one was from the Philippines and someone was elsewhere. And she's talked about this publicly, but she actually ended up having an employee who she said maybe was reporting more hours than work they were actually doing. So after they were let go, they retaliated because they knew the passwords. They did the whole thing that you fear most, and they like hijacked the YouTube channel, possibly deleted it, I think it was, as retaliation. And so because that happened, they had to go through a massive battle to try and get their channel back. And so there are instances where you hear of stuff like that happening, people losing YouTube channels, or people losing access to things, or people sending emails on your behalf when you're not supposed to. But I feel like sometimes you have to take a risk as well. And maybe you've built up some of that trust from doing the smaller tasks, and over time, giving them more responsibility. So are there more safeguards that I could do? Yeah. Did I try and take some? Yes. So I created a separate email for them that they use for, working with our clients. So it's not my email that they have, but it's our team email. And so when we had a third person that didn't end up working out, I changed the password on the email. But there was only so much that I can do. And so could I try something like LastPass or, 1Pass for passwords? Sure. But at this point right now, like, I'm trying to assume some good in people and not just the bad. So yeah, it is an exercise in self-control and trust and letting go, and actually me being able to know that I know something well enough to teach it to others and have them like pick up that skill. It's all an interesting process. So Reviler Red said, I remember one of your iMovie green blue screen effects. Very helpful sub for it. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's so funny. I put out an iMovie tutorial because it was a specific answer to a specific question for a specific person on a video comment. And I made it, and I think it has very few views. I think it's like 50 views. And here's the thing is, I have not made regular long form videos in a very long time. I've only been doing this live stream every week, right, for quite a long time. And so it's so funny. I remember, I don't know who I was talking to, but they were, even the beauty channel of the lady that I'm working with, her videos get more views than my videos. And she has 93 subscribers and I have 40,000 subscribers. And it's funny, like the level of expectation we put on ourselves. But I think my latest video, the DJI mic, is 39 views, and the iMovie one is 67 views. But here's the deal. Maybe it helped 60 people. I don't know. We'll see. And you know what? If it helps someone, that's the whole point right now. So if I have to make a bunch of shitty tutorials that nobody watches just to get my groove back on for a while before someone actually notices I'm making videos again, so be it. So be it. Josh and Babe, hey, how are you? Great to see you. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I see you on my TikTok making recipes, and just always makes me happy. Nikki girl, we love you. Thank you so much, Nikki girl. I appreciate you. You're rum drunk. I love it. Just straight out of the bottle, like yo ho, a pirate's life for me, or are you actually mixing that with something? Let me know. I love that. If there are specific videos that y'all want to see, though, let me know what they are, and maybe we can make them, because I'm making them right now specifically for specific people anyway. So it's almost impossible to grow on here. TikTok with 18-year-olds is where it's at. It's not a lack of talent, simply a shifting of market share. Always utilize this as a hobby. Yeah, it's so funny. I think, so I recently actually just gave the brothers access to my main YouTube channel, and I'm sure they'll probably, poke around in the analytics as you do. And they now have access to several people's YouTube channels, from the new one that we're creating content for, my channel here and my shopping channel, and another channel that we're doing YouTube channel management for. And if you were to compare like what some of these other channels make, or what I don't know if they're very, very surprised on how little I actually make, because right now I think I make sometimes $100 a month, some months it's $109, but and then some of that comes from channel memberships. So it's not even really from video views. It's pretty sad and pathetic, I know. So I've got to make more videos. I know this. We've talked about this, that I have to make more videos to be able to actually grow this channel, which is a goal of mine. It's not my number one goal. It's to help people, but it is something that needs to happen. So what videos do you want to see? What questions do you have? What news of YouTube recently has crossed your desk that you want to discuss? Let me know all the things, because we're just kind of chit-chatting right now. Appreciate you all for being here on a Thursday before Christmas. What are y'all planning for Christmas, by the way? So Adam's Exploits, it's funny that you have the Nancy Sinatra, these boots were made for walking, because on TikTok, when I do my live streams on Sundays for my Sunday sad songs, someone requested these boots are made for walking. And so I did it. So I did these boots are made for walking in a slow, sad, depressed type of way. And it's actually kind of fun. So now it's kind of going to be added into the repertoire. So, and I might sneeze. YouTube and AI. It's interesting that you bring that up, because there's two different sides of it. There's so many sides of it, actually. One, I was actually just watching TikTok recently about a girl that used Grammarly and a little bit of AI, but a little bit not. So where do we sometimes draw the line when it comes to AI? Because Grammarly is, while it could write some things for you, most people traditionally in the past have used it for, is my grammar correct when I'm composing this email? Is my grammar correct when I'm doing this, this essay? Is it formatted correctly? Are these quotations correct? Right? Can you kind of act as an editor that way and make sure that I'm following the correct rules of usage for capitalization and whatnot? So this college student submitted her paper that she wrote into Google Docs, which of course, has a history in it. And she ran it through Grammarly, and she said, so it didn't write the paper. It helped me clean up the grammar and punctuation, and it uses generative AI for that, but so does spell check or autocorrect, or sometimes Google will say like, hey, and wants to start the email off in a certain way, right? That's all AI too, if you think about it. But apparently, when she turned it in, her college ran it through, as you do, I guess, some sort of AI filter. It got caught up in saying that maybe this was generated AI, and she got a 0 for her paper, and the person was not very helpful, and so now she has to take it through the appeals and go through the dean. And the dean was saying, well, there's actually been quite a few uptick recently of people who are saying a very similar story, and that it went through Grammarly. Grammarly actually went on the TikTok and left a comment that said something like, we're so sorry that this happened to you. We're reaching out to the university as well to understand their own rules and regulations around AI, and we're here to help you in this whole thing, which is an interesting way for them, and an appropriate way for them as an AI type of company to come across, because you could see a lot of people, because her main message was like, if you have Grammarly and you're a college student, take it off your computer right now. And so they didn't try and be like, Grammarly's safe. They were like, this sucks. We're with you. We're going to fight with you, or at least try and help you out. So it was a cool response to see from a company that's doing that. I don't know if someone from Jasper or, ChatGPT is going to show up for you, but Grammarly, I feel like a lot of people have understood and kind of accepted it as this is my punctuation police, add-on helper. And so I'm curious to see, because apparently the review can't happen until like the middle of January for this administrative review to see if she would have this academic blemish on her record in college. And so I am curious to see what happens with that. But all of that being said, why I said it's interesting with YouTube and AI, they're kind of out of both sides of their mouth in some ways, if you think about it, where on one side they're saying AI is so amazing and we're going to take these 8 artists that have basically allowed us to clone their voice, and this is generative AI, and you give it a prompt and we will create a music clip for you of this person singing in their style, and you can use that up to 30-second clip in a YouTube short video. And so the artist has no idea how you're going to use what is generated with their own voice. So do they reserve the right to possibly be able to take it down later and ask you to remove it? They can. But they're still willing to throw their hats in the races for, like, let's see how it goes with AI using this. And then at the same time, what you have happen, right? So here's AI fully being embraced by musical artists and YouTube as a platform. And then on the same side of that coin, when you flip it over, what happens is they've now released their own policy around generative AI type content, including a little marker that says, you're supposed to clip this, or, check this box that says this is content that was generated using AI. Now, whether their definition of that is in artwork, in something else, we're not 100% fully sure. And while the legalese and mumbo jumbo definitions are wonky at best, they're one of the first and only platforms to actually come out with some kind of disclosure and actual legal document about their stance about AI. So what this means for others, we don't even know yet, because I know that I've seen on Twitter different accounts where they're using the likeness of Mr. Beast, and it looks like he's creating commercials for these different products, and he's not. And he's like, these are getting so out of hand. These are crazy wild. But first you have to be able to catch it, realize it's not something that you guys did, realize it's some company that they're just going to make a million different copies of it. Good shake. That is a lot of shakes. Oop. I just dropped my tea. Oh no. I got distracted by the puppy. Hold on, please, because I just dropped my tea and it's going to stain my carpet too. Casey, you're going to help me make a mess in here. Don't tell Papa. Don't tell Papa. So we don't even know what that looks like, let alone all of these clips that are being used with fake voices, deep fakes of people. The future looks and could be very, very scary. These are conversations that companies are going to have. Platforms are going to have them, like, right away. Like, who's actually responsible? The company that hosts it, shares it, the person who created it, the person who uploads it, the person who just shares it, re-uploads it, because there's so much theft that already happens with so much of this short form content anyway. I mean, how many times have you seen the same video from 15 different accounts already? I think it was Sophia Nygaard also did a video about buying things that have been advertised to you, but it's like one person, let's say it's a model for a dress, and then 15 sites pop up, all use the same video selling this dress, but it's not the same dress. And so, they're popping up faster than you can shut them down. And so there are programs out there right now that strip the watermarks out of short form videos, right? That are branded. And so how would you know if it's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of something that this person isn't actually even endorsing, or if it's a video that's generated where, again, like Mr. Beast, he's not even in it, and yet they're able to clone his voice and clone, like, basically make it look like his face is saying these things. That's nuts. That is nuts, right? And so there's going to be some crazy stuff that's happened. And all of a sudden we're going to have people and political figures that are in deep fakes of, you know, these things happening. They're like, I've never been to this place. I've never seen that woman. I've never seen that gentleman. All of these things. And then it's not even sometimes about if it's real or not. It's just about putting it out there and creating this question about if it's real. That can be damaging horrifically to people in very, very real ways. All so easily done and manipulated through the use of AI. Now, AI can also, of course, help people do a lot of things a lot faster and a lot more efficiently, which is great for people in like small, medium businesses who don't have the resource capital to hire all these other positions and can utilize these other avenues like AI to help them basically when they have to be one man or one woman shows, be able to actually do that. But we just don't know the ramifications of all these things that are going to happen. So, okay, just like the alternative current, Tesla. I'm happy they're addressing the possible problem, but let us in on the conversation. Yeah. Do they disclose about how they use AI? No, I don't think anyone's disclosing. I mean, if you think about it, the algorithm itself is AI. You know? So, any advice for brand new content creators? I try not to worry about the vanity metrics, but nah, right now, don't ban me. Sentence. Are you trying to say sentence? Or are you trying to say that you're sentient? I like it. It's a mix of both. You're fine. You're fine. Holistically, Tiffany, how long have you been on YouTube and how many videos have you made? It is an interesting fact because even the new YouTube person that, you know, that we launched a channel, and it's been interesting because, you know, they're like, well, what do we do about this? Or what do we do about that? Or, you know, should I be worried about this? And that's always an interesting question because if there are any channel members in here, can we get it depends. We hit them with an it depends. Because sometimes metrics can be a sign that you're going in the right or incorrect direction. Sometimes there's not enough data to even be able to formulate a coherent picture of what is actually, or an accurate reflection of what's actually happening. And sometimes what's actually not behind the metric itself, but the question is, why do you care about that specific metric, is actually a more pertinent question, you know, when we think about this. So Michael Pepper Tech in the house says, we need AI to decipher if something is AI created. The oxymoronic irony. You're not wrong. And in fact, that's what we were just saying with the college. And what's funny about that is after she fed her paper into it and said that it got caught by this AI filter saying that it had detected that AI had been used to generate it. She's like, first of all, I wrote this myself in Google Docs, and I only use Grammarly to assist with punctuation. So one, you have to make sure that this sentient like police out there are the most up to date, have taken into account certain nuances such as that. Like if Grammarly created the essay and then she looked at it and then she added a couple paragraphs and then she asked it again to do the punctuation and clear it, yeah, it's generated by AI. But this one, she said, I wrote the whole paper. I just asked it to check for punctuation. I shouldn't be penalized for that because when I go to email my professor, Gmail, you know, asks me 3 different like responses as a first line. Is that not AI? Is autocorrect AI when it has a little red squiggle that identifies that I didn't put the right word? That's AI. All of that is AI. So which is the wrong AI to be using? Right? So, I never thought about it that way. 3 years, 30. You've been on YouTube for 3 years and you have 30 videos. And you just started posting again. Tiffany. Let's walk through this. Let's walk through it. What did you think was going to happen the first time you uploaded a video? And how long was it between you posted the video? Okay. How many subscribers do you have right now? Holistically, Tiffany. I'm going to go look. Don't make me go look. You made me go look. Look what you made me do. Holistically. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. Holistically Tiffany, 121 subscribers. 11 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 1 month ago, 1 month ago, 3 months ago, 3 years ago. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos in the last 3 months, and then you took a 3-year break. Okay, so let's be real with this. What did you think was going to happen after you posted 2 videos? Wait, before I say that, what day was this? Shh, I'm not talking to you right now. What day? October 25th. I need a pen. If I were a piece of paper. Yeah, I have my paper here. All right, let's look. October 25th. And then, was that September 3rd? All right. October 29th. Da, 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 da. November 2nd. December 1st. So that's actually a month break there too. December 10th. Okay, so what is today? December 20th, 21st, something like that? December 21st. So even by your own schedule, you are late. The anti-vlogmas vlog. So December 10th, December 1st, November 2nd, September 3rd. It's not a lot of videos. And then there was a 3-year break. So let's see here. I never stopped, but I've changed directions 3 times, so it's like starting over each time. Bingo. And let's see here. It says, I'm at 292 videos in about 5 years, and I feel like I'm just starting, and that's with a massive slowdown after the first year. 2024 is a big change, but return to me. I love that. Well, I know you had some stuff, too, going on, right? Family, health, car, if I remember correctly, with the wife and all that stuff, too, right? So Tiffany, I'm gonna just be honest with you and say you don't have enough consistency over the last 3 months to even have this conversation. I'm sorry if that burst your bubble, but if you think that you are going to, well, and here, let me make you feel better, okay? I also don't, and so your views were 41, 34, 55, 109. So a month ago, and then 82 views. My views are, and we can look at it. It's the same damn thing. All right. I also am not making videos. My videos, 39 views, 67 views, 102 views. I have a video that was 2 weeks ago, 18 views. Okay. And then the 2 months ago, it's 168 views. So even if you think that you're obsessing about the subscriber number, here I am with 40,000 subscribers. I have a video out 2 weeks ago with 18 views on it. So what? I don't, like, would it be nice if there were more views on it? Sure. But what are you making videos for? If you're only making videos to get views, then you know how to get views. Go wear a bikini and do some challenge that is big on whatever. But is that really getting you what you want? Is the view the only thing that you care about? Because are you trying to help people? Are you trying to create a community? Like, what is the point of all of this at the end of the day? So if we're obsessing about the number, right? But each one of those numbers is someone who watched your videos. It's someone, let's say it was this thing, like on my channel, it's, am I trying to help someone edit a video? Yeah. So it's great that it helps somebody. But when I also then are looking at yours, when you're looking at your own videos, who are you making videos for? Is it a journal? Is it a diary? So if it's just a diary, don't expect a whole bunch of people to be super interested in it if you don't have a lot of like fame and notoriety as it is. So Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift, if they're making a vlog right now, it's getting a lot of views because people know them. If you're making a vlog right now, people don't know you yet. So if you also have been absent from the internet for the last 3 years because you went off and had a baby or something like that, then that makes sense. Okay. But you can't then get mad at the people when you come back that they forgot that you existed when you forgot that your own channel existed for 3 years. Right. So you came back and now you're saying, hey, I've been consistent for putting out videos, let's say I can't even say every 2 weeks because it was December 10th, December 1st, November 2nd. So every 3 weeks is actually what that averages out to. If you had a friend you only heard from once every 3 weeks, how much are you going to be at the top of their mind all the time? Probably not. So, I mean, when you're looking at this, we've got day in the life of a stay-at-home mom, then we have something about adult ADHD, and then you got something over here about autism, and then you say something over here about something else too. So, and then you said, oh, I just had a baby, or oh, I did a weigh-in. So I guess I would also say, I'm not sure who your channel yet is for. Is this a personal diary for you? Because if so, then hell yeah, get it. Do your weekly check-in, even if no one's watching it. Hell, if that's the case, make them private or unlisted and get as real and raw as you want because it's free cloud storage, right? But if you're upset that people aren't watching them, that's a different thing. It's a different story. So one, I would say it's too early in the journey because most of the time we would say you need 90 days of doing something consistently for you to be able to see a change and then measure it and see if said change is working. I don't have 90 days yet of consistently making videos on a new schedule to be able to comment on my own channel. You neither have consistent videos over a 90-day period on a consistent type of matter or format to be able to have this conversation either. So I don't know if that's like coming across as too harsh. I don't mean it in any other way than that. I just mean it's the wrong questions that we're asking right now because you're looking for the wrong output and result as a measure of this versus, are you getting better at editing? Are you getting better at being comfortable on camera? Are you getting better at telling better stories? That's what I'd be concerned with more so right now, because if it's going to make you feel any better, you have more views than I do. So there you go. Okay. So what we got over here, Michael Pepper Text says, I've been so in my head and understand the insecurity. I'd say don't focus on the equipment or process and just sit and make content and upload, feed it out there. Yeah. So the client that I had, they were like, do I need to buy new cameras? Do I need to buy new? And I was like, here's what I'm saying about that. Before I'm going to have you go out and get a new camera, I'm just going to have you use your iPhone. You know, I'm going to have you get a microphone that you attach to it. And I'm going to have you make sure you have nice lighting on your face. Okay. Because all these people are worried about these videos. And again, we're focused on the wrong thing. You have a message that you're trying to share with people. The phone was fine. So, Pixelpia says, I pivoted in the beginning of November back to the human eye on AI type of content, not just Google stuff. And so also not yet enough time after the pivot to know whether or not. And it's hard if you have something that is extremely on polar opposite ends of whatever kind of content you might have been making before. So for me, have I made beauty content? Yes. Have I ended up making like how to cut up a t-shirt 5 ways? Yeah, because I was doing whatever I wanted to. Did I do a dollar store hacks? Did I do like a painting the bottoms of these black pumps red, like Louboutin? Yes. Did I make some iMovie tutorials? Yes. Did I do some like everything else? Yes. I did all of those things. And you guys know, I can't screw up my channel more than, or none of y'all can screw up your channel more than I've screwed up mine. And that's fine. It's just here to help people now. So it's okay with it. But when you can't decide, when you can't go after something consistently, then you get me, where you have 40,000 subscribers and 18 views on a video that was released 2 weeks ago. I would rather have a channel with 121 subscribers where 50 people watched my video. People are very uninterested in my content, and that's okay. That's all right. So, but yeah, I think that having like that mental reset that's going to happen in the new year, which a lot of us as content creators tend to do. I remember we've done it before where we share our goals, or I shared with you at least mine. And my goals, right, they're not supposed to be do what I say, not what I do. That's why I'm a good teacher, coach, all the things. I highly encourage you to start thinking about these now. Start thinking about what it is in your little heart of hearts that you're going to make as your goals for your YouTube channel. Maybe we'll do that actually. I'll share with you my goals. I'll think about it. I'll do my own homework and I'll share with you my goals for my YouTube channel in next week's live stream, which will be the last one before the new year. So you guys can think about that as you're going into the new year. And basically, though, you need to have a list of goals and ideas and things that you want to go after. But more so than that, you need to have a roadmap, because those are really just milestones and like an indicator whether or not that your preparation for those goals actually come to fruition. And so what I mean by that is I really, really hope that when we chat next week, and I would encourage you to bring your goals to the live stream next week, is don't come with something like, I'm going to hit 500 subscribers, because you have absolutely no control over how many people hit the freaking button. You have no control over that. You can try and make as much enticing content as you can that would, do that. You can make a subscribe animation that's going to come up and play on the screen, but you have no control whether or not someone does that. So I would encourage you not to have a goal that is based specifically on some sort of number that you can't control. Numbers that are within your control that I would encourage you to look at, things like, how many YouTube videos am I going to release? That is something as a real tangible number that you can go after, that you do have control over. If I wanted to create 50, that would be one a week, and give myself a week off for Christmas and one for my birthday. What would that look like? How would I create a plan around that? Would I build it into a Google Sheet? Those are the types of questions, and those are the types of goals that I would rather have you come with instead of, I want to hit 5,000 followers on X. How? How is that a goal? That's just a wish list, okay? So a goal is actually something has to be, yes, attainable, but with a roadmap. And so that's what I'm saying is when you come next week, I'll have you share your goals. I'll share mine with you as well. And they will heavily around numbers, but numbers within my control, right? So yeah, a goal for next week. Good. We were having our son tested. He struggled in school. We pulled him, and I've been homeschooling. Oh man, bless you, man. That's a lot of patience. Hail to the teachers out there and the people who have the patience to do that. I don't think I'm one of them. Funny story time. So y'all know that, I'm on a dance team, and every year they, for the last couple of years, they've chosen a couple of members of the team, typically on the highest level team, to become what they call dance performance mentors. So these are people who can help out with private lessons and give you some one-on-one eye attention on like flair, technique, choreography that we've been taught for the upcoming auditions. And I met with someone, she's so super sweet. And she was like, you're such a good instructor. Why don't you do this for like lots of people? And I'm like, I know you're new here, but I don't like people. I had to chuckle because I was just like, No, one-on-one, it's fine. It's fine. It's none-on-one, right? Because you're technically out there in the ether, but you're not here in this room staring at me. Excuse you. Excuse you. As soon as I look away, she's going to start doing it again. And then she's frozen. She's like, what? Me? What? I'm not doing anything. And so it was just kind of funny. Yeah, you got to know your strengths, where they are and where they don't lie. And I'm like, me, 20, 30 people on one, me yelling at them for not doing something right. I don't have the patience probably required and slash necessary to be able to do that. I know this about myself. I barely have the patience to put up with myself, so it's already, I have to show you guys this. I have to show it to you. Wait, do I have one over here? Oh, I might have put them all in my purse. Shoot. I made a sticker, right? So I make these little stickers every once in a while, little personalized stickers. And I made one that said Shelly Lesson Survivor. And on it is me, my little Bitmoji. And it says, like, there's a little stop sign. It says, no hugging, no crying. And so for the first lesson that ladies have with me, if, they survive, I give them their very own Shelly Survivor sticker. And I think it's just hilarious because, I may only have one lesson with them, so they don't get more stickers for more lessons. But it is kind of funny because it's like, I'm trying to make it comical that I'm not for everybody. And we've learned that from YouTube coaching and the people who need that constant cheerleader and rah-rah. So I remember last year there were several performance mentors, and I said, it depends on what you want, man. If you want that cheerleader, you've got this positive energy, babe, that's not me. That's this lady. She's fantastic. You should contact her. If you're looking for expert precision and technique and little intricacies of that, you want this person. Absolutely. Go get her. She's wonderful. Go get her. And I said, if you're looking for someone to, yell at you and say that you're doing it wrong, like a drill sergeant, I know a lady. All right. I know a lady. And I'm like, but I do tell people, I'm like, the rules when you come in is there's no crying, there's no hugging, but some people have not adhered to those rules. I still gave him a sticker though. But I think it's a good thing if you can know your own strengths and your own weaknesses, because if you know your weaknesses and you know that you're not a very organized person, it doesn't behoove you to make a goal next week to have on your list for something that you are terrible at. Okay. And I know that some people will be like, work on your worst skills to bring them all up. And I'm going to say that's maybe bullshit. Maybe take the things that you're really good at and figure out how to put nitro behind it. And then take the things that you're not good at or you hate, and maybe you hire them out or you find other ways to not have to do them. Because why would you then go to your worst skill and try and make it mediocre versus taking the thing that you're really, really freaking awesome at and just going balls to the wall, pedal to the metal forward, right? All the things that you hate to do, there's probably someone else out there who likes to do it. Stop taking their job, okay? By doing theirs crappily. Just give it to them. They would love to. They would love to organize your life. There are people that would love to come to your house and match all your socks together and clean out your cupboard and then align them all in little pantry wizard ways. I'm not one of them, okay? But that's someone's job because they love it. So if you know that you hate that, then don't have your goal to be like, I'm going to become certified in how to do closet organization, because that's just the worst goal ever, all right? Okay. All right. Do you guys have any comments, questions, concerns? Where's my girl? Where's my girl? Where'd you go? You're so quiet. You're like a little ninja. I was going to pick you up and show you off to the people like Lion King. You're like, the circle of life. Where'd you go? Hold, please. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Entertain yourselves for a second. But I got you. You thought you could run, but mommy's faster. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're back. Here we go. Everybody, this is Simba. I'm just kidding. Everything the light touches will soon be yours. Not that shadowy part over there. Everybody, this is baby Casey. Don't worry, we won't show everybody your swimsuit covered up areas. Everyone, you say hi to baby Casey. We say baby, she's 6, about to be 7. But she'll always be a puppy to me. She'll always be a puppy to me. Huh. Yes. All right, so we need a boot of the week. Okay, y'all choose. Choose your boot of the week. And the crow goes wild. Okay, let's see the votes. We've got white with flowers, purple and the black sparkly, purple, second from the all the way to the right. Good shake. Good shimmy shake. Well, Pixelpia as the longest reigning channel member here. The white with the flowers. Okay. God, every time it gets me because it's opposite. Okay, this, I think we've done this as the boot of the week. I swear to goodness, I saw there was a thumbnail. We came back and this was like, there was me like holding the boot like this. I swear to goodness, we've done this one before. All right, this is the, I think they have a model number in there. A3600. So what they do with this is by Corral. I always try and call them coral boats, boots, but they're not Corral, like the OK Corral. So here's the deal with this. They're technically like a white taupey color, and they've got like this kind of like sparkle metallic-ish feel to them. And then they have these laser cut flowers that are done in leather, although some of them are sparkly, like silver embossed. And then they have a mint green, sage green they call it, embroidery on them. And then they have either little studs here or they have little rhinestones in the flowers here. Now, there are no flowers on the inside, just on the outside of the boot. Now with this, I know, I swear to goodness, these have been the boot of the week before. We're already doing repeats and some of them are like, excuse me, we're new here even. Operation Get 2 Extra Pairs of Boots in the House was totally successful. And I think I showed you, y'all, right, that I got the boot award at our award dinner which is really like you buy too many boots award. It's called the Boot Brain one. It's like, you have great boots. We like looking at your boots. I got that award. And then I bedazzled it because of course I did, right there. And then I had to bedazzle it. These are very small. It took me a while to get those in there. So I know we've talked about this boot. Okay. But anyways, this boot I had wanted. We do a parade once a year. It's called the Solstice Parade, you know, in celebration of the changeover of seasons and the, you know, the official start of spring and all that stuff. So that's done in Fremont, the neighborhood of Seattle. And that's the one historically in the past where they even have like sometimes naked bicyclers. It's a whole parade and they've got all kinds of stuff going on. And in that parade, typically they don't allow you to wear like lots of clothing or shoes and whatnot that would have a bunch of branding all over it. So because some of our team boots, we have our team names on them, we're not allowed to wear those boots. So it was in my brain that I was like, solstice parade, spring, it would be really, really great and fun to like have these boots for the parade route, because like what better celebration of spring than these like fun flowers? It just screams spring to me. And then the white, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's like kind of almost like it's got some shimmer in like this, it's like a coated leather. I don't know if you can, it's kind of shiny. And so I saw these boots and I was like, those are my solstice parade boots. Those are the ones, because I don't just want to wear black, I just want to wear like fun springtime boots. And I was like, these are the ones. These are them. There's only 2 websites where it seemed to be sold on though. And they were out of my size, and then they just like went away. And I was just like, I missed my chance to buy these boots. Because the other thing is, the boots were available, let me just clarify, but I refused to buy boots at full price. I can't do it. If the boots are half off, then the boots are for me. If the boots are 75% off, they're coming home with me. You know that sound like you're coming home with me. These boots, I think the most I ever saw was like 10% off. And I was just like, that's unacceptable to this Asian. I will not physically, because all of these places, their boots go on sale so frequently that I just refused to not have more than a 10% discount. I'm like, that's not even tax anymore, because state tax here is just like 11% now. It's stupid. Okay. So then they went away and I couldn't find them on the website anymore. Or the only one that was left is like for the very lucky people who have like a size 5.5 or 5.6 or like size 6 boot. Okay. You always get the best deals if you have like a 5.5 size boot size. And so the boot went away and I was so bummed. And I'd even went to a practice one night and I told all of my like teammates, I was like, these are the boots. I want these boots. I'm going to find these boots. I'm going to find them. And very like Wayne's World, if you're even old enough to know the reference, we're like, she will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine. And I was talking about these boots. And then I could not find them. But fast forward 6 months, I found them and they came back in stock. And I was just like, maybe I have to do it. But wait, it gets better. There's a 25% off sale. And I was like, it's a sign. It's a sign. I'm going to have to do it. So I did buy them. And I was like, this is happening for solstice. I'm finally wearing these. Now, here's the deal. It's actually what's funny about them is like, they're not the most comfortable boot that I have. I actually have other boots that are more comfortable. And I don't know why. This particular style of boot in this one is just a little bit snugger than some of the others. And one of the things that actually makes it worse, oh, by the way, pool noodles. Use pool noodles inside of your boots to make sure they stay upright and you don't get as much creasing inside of your shaft area, okay? So yeah, if you see, there's usually pool noodles, or a couple, because you need a couple to fill out all the sides, in most of my boots. Insider secrets here, all right? So the other thing I was trying to show you is that the boot straps, you know, when people are always like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. The bootstraps on these are on the inside, and not only are they inside, they're far down. So they're down here. So you already have to have a good, you know, 2.5 inches in before you get to the bootstrap in here. And one thing is sometimes we put these like little ribbons on the outside. And so there's no way you can do that with these boots. And if you look at any of these other boots, like every other boot on this wall has a bootstrap on the outside. Here, 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 right? All on the outside except for this one. What? Like, come on. And if you're going to put the bootstraps on the inside, at least have them like come up higher. It's just unreasonable to have it that far down inside of your boot. Because then when you're trying to like take them on or off, it's actually a big pain in the... You didn't ask for that story. You just asked about the boot. So I bought the boots and I finally said, I have these boots. And then they said, well, where are they? And I said, oh, no. I'm waiting for Solstice Parade. And I did. And I wore them in the Solstice Parade. So if you go back and you go onto my TikTok or my Instagram, I'm pretty sure I have a video of me dancing in the Solstice Parade whilst wearing these boots. And that is the boot of the week, everyone. Everyone applaud for it. She's a pretty one. Bootstraps, totally a real thing. So, and like I said, every other boot, bootstrap on the outside. That seems dirty. I shouldn't have done that to you guys and gals. I'm sorry. But I was only trying to demonstrate, I'm just making it worse, that there is bootstraps on the side. This is another thing is if you get them originally from... when you buy them, then they have these boot savers, what they call them, inside. So for keeping this part, which is called the shaft of the boot, nice and stiff. Anyways, bootstraps are totally a real thing. Yes, there's that. Any other comments, questions, concerns? We've done the boot of the week now. We've done all the things. Discord coach, did you book your vacation? I'm hopeful for you that you did. Ooh. I'm actually, I guess the last thing I'm going to say about these boots, I'm going to be selling these boots. And for no other reason than I have the boots with the butterflies that I do love, but I have some more boots over here that I'm trying to get on the wall. And I can't do that until some of these boots. Oh, that's a lie. They're right here, right? Like, excuse me, but these rose gold, like... These deserve to be displayed, okay? And these, the old gringos with the skulls, excuse me, and the skulls down here too, these deserve to be displayed. And you get it. They deserve to be displayed. I can't fit any more boots on the current shelf load. So some of these are got to go. They must be on the wall, right? And if you have tuned in from last week or the week before, there have been some shuffling. So unbeknownst or maybe knownst to you, sometimes I just move around to mess with you all or because I like the way it looks in the monitor. So if you're ever thinking like, oh, I don't remember that pair. That's because they weren't up here last week because I have some other, you're right, and I was rotating them around. So you just got to keep coming back to see which boots are on the wall. There you go. You're leaving? Oh, shut up. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to see these photos. Oh. Last week, actually, towards the end of the stream, we went shopping on some of my favorite boot sites. So I'll tell you right now, Boot Junkie. Okay, Boot Junkie is so great. They're in Scottsdale, Arizona too, if you want to visit. And they have a section that's like 75% off on some of these boots. Yeah. And then also we looked at River Trail Mercantile. Also a very good one. And there's almost always, let me asterisk that, a 25% off coupon for one of the brands that you're looking at. So yeah, go get the boots, y'all. Get the boots. Anyways, next week, your assignment, though, is to write down your goals for your YouTube channel or in this next, or, other channel, whatever, in this next year, and we're going to discuss those on next week's stream all together. So bring your homework, or Professor Shelly in Shelly School will be very disappointed in you, and I will check that you've run it through Grammarly or generative AI, and I will give you a 0, and you will have a blemish on your academic record for Shelly University, and it's not going to be good. But I have faith that all of you are going to be just fine, except for maybe Pixelpia. You probably will run it through AI. Except for you, but I'll make an exception. I will make an exception for you. All right, everyone, we'll see you next week. And until then, Merry Christmas, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. I'll see you around the interwebs. Bye!